We are live. A very good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to Building the Future Together series. We began this series during 2020 as a part of our 20-year celebration, and since then, it has become a regular series with us. Our purpose is to build a healthy future with collaboration. Many leaders, journalists, PR professionals look forward to this series. Today's topic is the great bicycle boom, the COVID impact. While many sectors saw sluggish growth, pandemic propelled the bicycle boom. Today we have with us Abhishek Mitra, Director Ahoy Bikes. He is a young and dynamic leader who is here to make history. A very warm welcome to you, Abhishek.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Kulpreet, for having me here.
My pleasure. So, Abhishek, let's start by asking you what was the COVID impact on the bicycle industry?
When the pandemic started, it has been a very tough year for all of us, the year 2020. So, when the pandemic started, what we saw that was the people were locked into their homes. The kids were also not going out in to the schools, to the tuitions. They were also locked inside. And what that created was a digital overload. So everyone was only involved in their mobile phones or laptops or TV. So that was the only thing to do. Even the gyms were closed, people were not going out even to move. So that was the problem that was being created, and that was world over. So what started was the trend started in the European countries when people started to adopt cycling. Uh, there were two things. One, cycling was a means of transport, and it helped maintain social distancing. So instead of using a public transport, people adopted to cycling to commute to shorter distances. That was one thing. The second thing that contributed was the health and the consciousness towards health and fitness. So gyms were closed, people were not going out to exercise. So again, cycling emerged out to be a tool that catapulted the people to to adopt to cycling and be conscious about their health.
Yes.
So so that gave a huge boost to the cycling industry in Europe, and that trend also came to India. So what we saw in India was the demand immediately jumped to about 400%, just
Oh
as a
my
lot
God.
of yes,
That's
the demand
big, huh?
that is very big. That is very big. No one of us saw that huge of a demand. We never estimated that would be the impact post lockdown. So yes, the demand jumped. People were going crazy over bicycles. So we all saw a lot of people on roads, a lot of kids on road who were cycling. There were a lot of cycling groups that were coming up at that time, and they still are. They still are going strong.
Yeah. So actually, 400% is a big, big jump, And well, I'm happy to know that COVID had such a positive impact on your industry. If we talk about Ahoy, which is your brand,
Yeah.
share with us, it is a very interesting name. Share with us that how Ahoy came into being, and I like the name Ahoy. So I would like to know that how this name came into being as well.
So the journey started about 35 years back. 35 years back, we entered into the cycling industry, and we were supplying components to almost all the major OEMs. We have been catering to the aftermarket also. So in year 2018, we launched Ahoy. So when the company was founded, when Mitra's group was founded, our grandfather, who was the founding father, he told us one thing, that in differentiation, not in uniformity, lies the path to progress. So this is the key factor that we always kept in mind in whatever business that we have been in. So whether it be bicycle components, whether it be bicycles, or whether it be has been the fire safety and life safety business that we are in. So this has been the driving force that helped us progress ahead, and we are always looking for differentiation. We are always looking to differentiate ourselves from our competitors. So when Ahoy, when the idea of launching bicycles was being conceived, so we were looking for a brand name, and we were looking for something which is very youthful, which is full of energy, which has a aspirational value attached to it. So we were looking for what kind of a brand name should be, when Ahoy was one of the options. So when we heard Ahoy, it immediately clicked. So Ahoy gives us, a feel of energy and a feel of a punch of energy. It's youthful. It has a certain aspirational value attached to it, and basically means a call sign to grab attention. Sailors in the old time used Ahoy as a term for greeting. Even when Graham Bell invented the telephone, the first word he said was Ahoy in order to greet. Later on, he changed the word to that to hello, because hello was the name of his
Right.
wife.
Yes.
So the origin of Ahoy lies back then. So we heard Ahoy, and immediately clicked, and we knew that it is going to be the brand name that we're going with.
Yeah, very interesting, very interesting. I love it. I love saying ahoy.
Yeah,
Great
Ahoy.
energy, positive
Yeah,
energy, and gives you that momentum to be in that positive energy. So, a great
yeah, it
name
is.
there, Abhishek. So tell us something. Your father and your grandfather was into making of components for bicycles. But what
Yeah.
made you get into bicycles? What is this Abhishek element
So
into this Ahoy brand?
see, that was a business that was already going on. I had to do something else. I was not inclined to follow the path that they chose. So there was a certain segment of business that was the fire and life safety business that my father was already engaged into. My uncle was already engaged into. So I want to do something different, and that was the time that we thought that okay, bicycle parts business had gave us some shelf assets, some contacts, some know-how, basic know-how about the industry, and we wanted to do something different. So I like working on a lot of new ideas continuously. I get bored when I'm when I'm on the same job. So I saw that with bicycles. So that's when we decided that we'll be going to bicycle business, and we launched the brand Ahoy.
Yeah, great. And I can certainly make out that you get bored with the old things and you innovate. And in that
Yeah,
innovation, I think recently Ahoy Bikes has launched Made in India world's first
yeah.
electroluminescent bike. So where did you get this idea of bringing this technology, and how this idea of this technology came into being?
See, we are always on hunt for good ideas. We are always on the hunt. We're continuously looking for good ideas, good technology, good products that we can integrate with bicycles. So this electroluminescent technology was one of them. So the idea, if you remember, there was a movie named Tron some time back.
Yes.
So and in that Tron movie, the bike that the guys were riding, that had same kind of technology. And that time we were little kids, so I was thinking, this how cool would bike look or a bicycle look. So that idea was somewhere back of the mind. So when we were continuously looking for ideas, so this technology came up. It's electroluminescent paint. So it's basically a paint which glows when you pass current through it. So we started
Okay.
working on that idea. Initially,
Mhm.
the cost went up very high. We did some prototypes, but that was not a product that a lot of people could buy. So we during the lockdown we were working on that idea continuously, and we were trying to bring the cost down. And then we implemented and then recently launched the Lumos X1, the world's first electroluminescent bike in India.
Yes, and at such a young age, you have the world's first. So, what is the further exploration you're looking at?
So, see, the potential is immense with the technology. So we can integrate a lot of different things with it. So a lot of things are in pipeline, yet to be revealed. But we are working on a few more projects with this. And what we hope with this is there are two aspects of launching this bike. One is the road safety, because we all know the condition of the roads in India. So they are in certain areas the roads are bad. In certain areas there's no proper lighting, and
Lightings.
a lot of road accidents happen in two wheelers because the two wheelers are get hit from the sides. So in the front and at the back we have lights that can be installed in bicycles, and we have reflectors, but on the sides the visibility is low. So we inculcated this technology on the bicycle frame itself to increase the visibility. Yes, and the second part is there is a certain aspirational value attached to it. So when you ride this bicycle on the roads, So there's it's impossible, no, that people that heads of people don't turn. So people keep
So if you
looking at.
want somebody's head to turn, get this bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So, Abhishek, a lot of listeners have joined us. So, welcome, listeners. And you can definitely ask your questions to Abhishek either on Facebook or on YouTube or from Twitter, whichever handle you're watching from. And we'll definitely ask the question to Abhishek. And well, we already have the first question, Abhishek, from Aarti Tiwari. Like we were talking about Ahoy Bikes. So, she's asking who is your competitor in Hero Bikes and Firefox, Firefox Bikes? What makes your product different from theirs?
See, with Ahoy, we are operating in a mid-premium segment. We're not into mass segment. And with Ahoy, we are trying to create a separate niche for ourselves, because right now the competition is so huge. The number of products that are available in markets are so huge that when you enter a shop floor, there's a lot of clutter that you see. You cannot differentiate which product is which. So with Ahoy, we try to create a certain niche with our products at the product level itself. So at the shop floor, when a customer enters, our bikes are differentiated from that of our competitors. So we try that, and we are operating in mid-premium segment, yes. And there are a few people in that segment, but that is okay.
Yeah, but you're ahead and you're bringing world's first bikes, so that's really interesting, and it
Yeah.
really makes me happy that such a young uh, man in India is leading the way in the cycle industry. That's really nice. And also tell us, Abhishek, that it's been just 3 years to Ahoy,
Mhm.
since it was born. I can say, if I can say that. So how is
Yeah.
this first 3 years of your life with Ahoy?
So the journey has been great. We are constantly learning new things each and every day. So within 3 years, the response that we got from our consumers has been great. The dealers are happy. They're happy with the products. They're happy with the service. And we have approximately about more than 200 dealers as of now all across India.
Wow,
And
that's nice.
we are, yeah. And post COVID, due to this boom, we are certainly hoping to double that in the coming year.
Oh wow, that's great. So tell me, like, starting your own, you are a second generation entrepreneur. I can say third generation
Yeah.
entrepreneur in your family.
Yeah.
So even
Mhm.
being a third generation or second generation, as an entrepreneur, you have to take decisions, right? So
Yeah.
share with us few key decisions that have positively impacted the growth of your organization.
See, there are three basic things that we are constantly looking for. We are taking decisions on good ideas fast. We don't wait to execute ideas. We are always trying new and different things constantly, and a very few of them come out to the market. But that's okay. We are always open to try and implement new ideas. Second thing is we try to surround ourselves with great people. So it's the team that is doing the work, and the team is motivated, and the team is actually great. So we try to surround ourselves with people who are of the like mindset. And third one is focus. We have 100% commitment to achieve what we want to achieve, and we try to do everything we can in our power to achieve that.
Great. That's really inspiring, Abhishek. So tell us that in this sector, there are good things and there are challenges. So, what are the challenges which you see ahead of the sector? There are certain challenges the sector is facing even now. So, what are these
Yeah.
challenges and how are you going to face these challenges?
See, if we talk about the world scenario, so the till 2019, the global bicycle market attained a value about 54 billion. Till 2019, we are talking about. Post that, the
Hmm.
demand increased 400%. So
Hmm.
obviously, the supply chain was not prepared to handle that kind of a demand. In India, also, that's the same scenario. So the
Hmm.
supply chain was not equipped to handle that kind of a demand. So as of
Hmm.
now, the industry is facing supply chain constraints. We
Hmm.
have orders, we have the demand, we have the customers, we do, but it's a struggle to keep producing material.
Hmm. So
But
you're
I see
saying
that
the production is a challenge.
Production, as yes, it's a bit of a challenge right now because see the demand increased so much, no one was expecting it, so the production capacity was not that great. So even if we talk about the import segment or if we talk about domestic production segment, yes, supply chain is hitting in both the segment. But about 6 to 8 months down the line, we think that things can be streamlined.
Okay. Whereas I know and my knowledge goes that China was a great market where a lot of people used to look for imports. So how has that impacted?
China, see, China, although it's a world factory and people were looking for China, but there has been a high because of the high duty in India as well as European countries. China is not that very competitive to supply bicycles.
Mhm.
And even if we talk about the Chinese vendors, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Whether
Okay.
it's China or any other international supplier in Cambodia or in Sri Lanka or in Bangladesh, everyone is facing the challenges because of the supply chain and the lead times
Mhm.
have gone up drastically.
Okay. Okay.
So
So where do
cost is
you
being
see?
impacted.
Come again?
So the cost is being impacted, yes. And
Okay.
one more thing is the container shortages that we're seeing all across the world. So the
Okay.
cost of ocean freight also is increasing. So that is okay. That is a short-term bottleneck, the problem that we're facing that can be handled, not an issue.
Okay. Any challenges you see in the future coming?
Not, I don't think so. I don't think so. Everything is manageable. So we have friends in the industry who are setting up their new plants, who are increasing their production capacities. So there's a government policy the government has restricted the import of tires in India. So a lot of
Okay.
tires which were being previously being imported are not now being imported. So that's a temporary challenge, yes. But the Indian manufacturers are gearing up to fulfill that demand. So
Hmm.
as I was saying, 6 to 8 months down the line, things will be streamlined. That will all be okay.
Okay. Okay. So tell us, how do you see the next 3 years for Ahoy and the cycling industry? Yes, there is a boom right now. We understand there's a 400% boom. That's like, I'm thinking like, should I enter this business or not? But yeah. So wow, how do you see the next 3 years spanning out for Ahoy and also for the industry?
So see, there was a stagnation pre-COVID in the cycling industry. The market was growing around 5 to 6% only. Post-COVID, the demand has increased, and what we're seeing is there is a boom. A lot of first-time users who are again switching to cycling. So middle-aged people,
Hmm.
bike chala liya, car chala liya, they're again coming back to cycles.
Hmm. Yes.
So bicycles are again being looked up to as a aspirational product.
Yes.
Will try and want to own a good bicycle, a bicycle which they can flaunt in front of
Flaunt.
other friends. Yes.
Yes.
So this is what we want to do. So this is what this these are the kinds of products that we want to create, and we want to ride the wave, and hopefully we will. So the
Right.
future is bright. The future is bright. Even if the 400% demand does not continue, even if it lowers down to say about 200%, we are still good.
Absolutely. 100%. So,
We're
which
seeing
is
that
your?
people who are adopting to cycling, they are retaining to that habit. There is a
Yes.
lot of there are a lot of people on the road we can see now
Yes.
who are again
Yes.
you stick to bicycles. People are using bicycles for short commutes.
Yes.
People are being more conscious towards their health. So that is certainly going to be a positive side to the industry. And even the government also, the government has been promoting cycling. You must have seen a photo of Mr. Narendra Modi, our prime minister. So he was also on the bicycle sometime back in Denmark.
Yes. Yes.
And the
Yes, I do
government,
get that. Yes.
yeah, and the government
So,
has been investing in cycling infrastructure too.
hmm,
So, when the government is pro business and when the consumers are on your side, so it's great for the complete industry.
absolutely. So there are two things I get from your conversation right now. That I see that what you're saying is that there's a market shift or a target audience shift in the cycling industry. So what is that shift and what is that age bracket and what do you have to offer for that age bracket?
See, bicycle previously it was a commuter segment product. People used to commute on the bicycle. Right now, yeah, if we talk about pre-COVID, a lot of people did not look up to owning a bicycle. So that mindset had shifted. There are a lot of people in the market, there are a lot of brands in the market who are offering good products, they are offering great products in the market. So they have been contributing to shifting that mindset. People are creating groups to ride together. There has been a shift
Right.
to living a healthy and a fit life. So cycling has been emerging as a one of the top things that people adopt to. It's very easy, it's cheap as compared to other sports that people adopt to. And earlier we were seeing that kids aged 9 to 15 were the best target audience for brands like us. But now the focus has shifted, and we are focusing also on middle age segment group. So people who are 30 plus, 30 to 50. So that has
Mhm.
also emerged as one of the major consumer class for our products.
Mhm.
So we
So that's
are trying.
a consumer shift.
Yes, that is a consumership. That is a new segment that has opened up. So we are trying to build the product portfolio in such a way that these people are also inclined towards using the products that we are offering.
Right. So, Abhishek, there are a lot of people who have joined us and they're sending their comments. I'll just share a few with you. So, Dilip has joined us. He's writing amazing Ahoy Bikes. Maybe he's a user of your bikes. He's also asking you a question that is, Ahoy Bikes available online, and will this bike require servicing and speedo and kilometer issues or servicing? How it can happen?
So the bike will be available online and through our dealer network. And yes, servicing as usual. Every bike requires servicing. So that servicing will be done through our dealer network only.
Okay. So, any
And
particular platforms that where Ahoy Bikes is available online?
on our website, ahoybikes.com.
Okay. And not on any e commerce website
Not
like
not not on any of the e-commerce websites as of now.
would you are you thinking of going?
Not right now.
Okay. Any
So
collaborations
yeah,
up your way? Any collaborations up your way?
so this collaboration with the Electroluminescent Bike, it's a US based company that we just did. So we are looking to work with them uh, in the near future, and we are trying to create more products in that segment.
Okay.
So as of now, only this.
Mhm. Okay. And Payal has also joined us. She's asking that what are the effects of COVID on the bikes business? So we
So
had
we have
kind of started with that. We started with that, but
yeah
I think you can elaborate it further. Yeah.
yeah the effect has been great. The demand is crazy. The demand is crazy, and the people are constantly after us to supply them bikes. So we are
Mhm.
trying hard to do that. We're trying hard to do that.
Yeah. And also tell us that, you must be a bicycle lover.
Yeah, I am.
So
I am.
tell us something about your childhood memories of you cycling around and your parents running behind you.
So yes, my mother was the one who taught me to cycle. She was actually, running behind me, holding the bicycle, teaching me how to balance. So she was the one who taught me cycling, and it continued at a till a later stage in my life. So all my school life, I have been going to the school on the cycle itself.
Oh wow, that's great. So
So
cycle to office?
not right now, not right now, not right now. But I
Okay.
sometimes I do, not continuously.
Okay, great. So with this new bike which you have launched, which is a electroluminescent bike, a paint bike. So do you kind of ride in the night?
See, basically, we are not promoting night riding.
Yeah, I get that. But still, it looks
Although
smart.
a lot of products, a lot of cyclists who ride the bicycles are usually in the early morning time when when the sun is not yet up. So that this bicycle will give them a visibility when they ride. Secondly, the model that we just launched, it's basically targeted to the younger kids, the kids who are going to the tuitions after the school. So kids do come
Yes.
back from the schools in the evening time. They go to the tuitions, they go out to play. So we are focusing on that. So they be riding the bicycle in the evening time, so that the parents are not, it gives them a safety feature also. The parents also are convinced that yes, the bicycle would be seen on the road,
Yes.
prevent so
So,
that there is no mishap. So it also gives a certain sense of confidence in the parents to allow their kids to move out on the bicycle.
yes. So, Abhishek, just a little while ago, you were mentioning about the cycling infrastructure in India. So,
Yeah.
if we see only very few handful cities have cycling corridors. Otherwise, India doesn't have a cycling infrastructure.
No.
So, what do you have to say, and what are your views on that?
See, the cycling infrastructure is has not been there, but now it is coming up. The government is focusing on smart cities, and the smart cities are having that cycling infrastructure. And see, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs stated that cycling can, gave a annual benefit of 1.8 trillion rupees to the Indian economy. So the government is also realizing the importance of people shifting to cycling, and it's also a fact that investment in cycling infrastructure can give an economic benefit of up to 5.5 times
Okay.
of the initial amount that is being pumped in. So the government is being pro cycling. The government is focusing on building the cycling tracks, the smart cities project that are going on all over India. So that this part has been taken care of, and we can see new cycling corridors being opened up recently. It have one of the corridors opened up near India Gate. We also saw that.
Right. Okay. So, but do you feel that India needs to up its infrastructure in cycling?
It does. It does. See, when we have such a socio-economic impact, the people are getting fit, the people are getting healthy. Secondly, we are reducing the pollution.
Yes,
So
that's the biggest positive impact
yes,
cycling is doing.
yes. So people should also consider cycling. You see, it's pro your health, it's pro the environment, it's pro nation. So people should also adopt to cycling. The government is realizing its importance. The consumers are also realizing its importance. So I think it's a need of the hour to invest in cycling infrastructure. If the infrastructure is not there, people will not consider. This pandemic, post-pandemic wave will not always remain. So this is the hard time. If the government is willing to invest in cycling infrastructure, this is the time. And if the cycling infrastructure is there, people will surely come back to this. Come to cycling and retain this habit.
Yes, I think you're very right because people have started, cycling, and to maintain it, we
If,
need the
in
roads
order to
because
maintain,
otherwise,
in order to get more people on it, we need to have cycling infrastructure.
absolutely. Like I want to ride, but I kind of don't go out on roads because there are no roads for cycling, and the kind of traffic here in Pune, it is very crazy. Anybody can come from anywhere, and there is no differentiator there, and it can be very dangerous.
So you can get a Lumo 61.
हाँ absolutely वो तो है ही है वो तो लेना ही है that is definitely there. So like you were also talking about your dealer network, that you have a large dealer network of somewhere around 200 dealers. So
Yeah.
which are your key markets in India?
So we are covering all over India and basically focusing on Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities as of now.
Okay. So this dealer network also provides after service to
Yes,
your
yes, yes.
customers.
Yes, they do.
Okay. So do you also give some warranty guarantee on your bikes?
Yes, the warranty is there. So we give a lifetime warranty on the bicycle frame itself. And
Okay.
whatever spares and service components that the consumers need, we try to get those components to the dealer end, so that the consumers are not left without any spares. So we try to support them that ways also. And talking about this Lumos X1, we are also giving 1 year warranty on the electronics of the bicycles.
Okay, that's nice. So, so people who are listening, please go ahead and buy this bike. It's there's a lot of guarantee and warranty with the bike, and a great looking bike. That's more important. So thank you so much, Abhishek, for your time. And before
Thank
we go,
you.
let me ask you one question. So if you're on an island and you have two bikes, one is yours. Who will be the next person?
That's a tough one.
Huh?
That's a tough one. So there are a lot of
Yeah.
there
So,
are a lot of people there. Lot of people
so you
there.
have to choose one, your one rider friend, or
So, uh,
nobody is going to hold a gun on you. You can say any name.
so let's start with the team itself.
Oh wow, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. That's how your organization is progressing because you're a team's person. So great. It was lovely talking to you, Abhishek, and I wish you great success. And let's
Thank you.
keep
Thank you so much.
yeah keep this conversation on the bicycle industry. Thank you so much for your time. And thank
Thank
you,
you.
viewers, for viewing us and being there with us live. And people who have joined now, please go back and see the video again because there's some interesting information which Abhishek shares with us. Thank you very much. Till next time. Bye bye.